2023 had some beautiful movies and 2023 had some stinker movies. I watched 170 movies in total. 18 of those came out of my most anticipated of the 2023 list. 2 of those have been moved to this list because they did not come out. Alright, with that being said, hey, welcome. Today we're going to rank down, or not actually rank down because it's not a ranking. Today we're going to talk about my 20 most anticipated movies of 2024 in no particular order. Alright, yeah, I have 20 movies I'm looking forward to really much this year, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to look forward to those movies. Did I make a ranking about which movie I'm looking forward to the most? No, scratch that, screw that. I look forward to these movies equally. I am so excited to get into a new movie year, and that's exactly why I made this video. That's why this is not a top 10. I can't choose 10 when there's so much gold to feel and to hold and to watch this year, and that's why I made a list of 20 again. Alright, let's get right into it. The first movie I'm really looking forward to is Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I loved Mad Max Fury Road, and to get a prequel on that movie is interesting in and of its own. I just loved the character of Furiosa, and the trailer for this movie actually looks great. Just because of that, I can't wait for this movie. The trailers are awesome, especially the poster, especially the teaser poster. This one, it's awesome. It's phenomenal. I love this. Look at this. This screams perfect. This screams Oscars. This screams just a pretty damn great time in a movie theater. So I can't wait. Dune Part 2 is the only movie I took from last year's list to this year's list. The Ghostbusters Frozen Empires was also on my last list, but I chose not to include it on this list because the trailer was good, but it didn't hook me on immediately. So it's on my honorable mentions list. I'm not gonna give you that. It's on my Letterboxd, but yeah, there it is. But Dune Part 2, yeah. The first Dune was great, just missed an ending. This movie is that ending. This movie is gonna have a lot more action. There's not gonna be that much talking and that much just listening and watching what's gonna happen. So there's gonna happen more in this, which makes me even more excited because I loved the first Dune. I just missed some action to make it as exciting as I hoped it would be. This movie is gonna do that, and this movie is gonna deliver that, and I can't wait for it. Because yeah, Dune, it holds a special place in my heart, and I can't wait to see where the story goes next. And I really do hope that I understand the story until this movie. And I really hope I finally understand the story when this movie comes out, because that's something I just can't get into. The story of Dune is very difficult. Robert Eggers is doing a retelling, a remake of a German, very old 1928 movie called Nosferatu. And if you don't know who Robert Eggers is, he made The Lighthouse, The Witch, and The Northman. So yeah, I am freaking excited for Nosferatu. This movie is screaming that it's gonna be good. It's screaming that it's gonna be awesome to watch. It's screaming at me like, watch me. It feels like this could potentially be a top 5 movie of the year for me. Definitely. I am excited. I am looking forward to it. There's nothing on this movie yet, not even a poster, but I just want to say I can't wait until this movie comes out. And when this movie comes out, I'm going to count down to it. I'm so excited for this. I kind of feel like this is the MCU's last chance to redeem itself, because if this movie fails, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble for the MCU, and that is Deadpool 3. I mean, if Deadpool can't save Marvel, then nothing can. So this actually is the last chance for Marvel to finally become as good as you once were, to really get people back onto the bandwagon. I mean, there's a lot. There's overcompensation, and the overcompensation isn't working because half of what they produce is bad. This movie could change it. Deadpool 3, I'm looking forward to you. You brought back Hugh Jackman from the dead. Please don't let it be in vain. Let him have the best time ever. And I really, really hope this movie will be No Way Home or the Avengers Endgame to get people back in the seats for a Marvel movie, to get people back on the bandwagon of the MCU. I really hope this movie can deliver. Joker, Folie à Deux, if you pronounce it like that. I am not good in French. Is a musical adaptation for Joker. It's a sequel. Yeah. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn and Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker. What more could you want? Don't know what to expect from this. This movie is one movie I am excited for, but also very skeptical about, because I just don't think Joker needed a sequel. Absolutely not. Still don't think it needed it. And Joaquin Phoenix never did sequels, so why does he do it now? I'm really excited for this. I can't wait to see what this movie is going to be about. It's going to be a musical, apparently. I love musicals. I love that. Talking about musicals, Wicked Part 1. When I was in England this year, this was playing everywhere. A friend of mine actually went to this musical in England, in London. And I didn't. And I think that is sad, because it's about the Wicked Witch of the West, I think, or the Wicked Witch of the East. It's one of the Wicked Witches of the Wizard of Oz. It's one of those things. It's a musical, it's a first-parter, because the second part is filmed back-to-back, and it's going to come out in 2025. So you already know what's on the list in 2025, of course. Yeah, really do hope it delivers. Really do hope it's going to be good. It stars Ariana Grande, which is weird, because she's mainly a singer. And that's a non-valid point, because she was also Cat in Victorious, and I loved her in that, so she can act. So yeah, we'll see where this movie goes. We'll see where it lands, and we'll see how it does. Don't know anything about it. I just know it's based upon a Broadway musical. We gotta have the fairest chunk of A24 in this list, so A24 is going to release a movie about a civil war in America. In election year of America. That's perfect freaking marketing right there. You sold me. I want this movie. It's gonna be great. It has Jesse Plemons. He was awesome in the trailer. The trailer was awesome. You already had me hooked on the thing that it's a Civil War movie in America coming out of the election year. Perfect. It would have been even better if this movie came out on the due date of the election. But it's not that. But I'm still very excited to see where this is going. I think this movie will get people talking, rightfully so. I can't wait for Civil War. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is a movie I did not see coming, but I do think is welcome. Did I need this movie? Absolutely not. Perfectly fine with the trilogy as we had it, with just Planet of the Apes, or Rise of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, and the second one, I forgot what it was called. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That one. Perfect, the trilogy. Really do hope they still nail it home with this one. It doesn't have Caesar, and it doesn't have the director of the first three, and it has the director of a movie I'm not a big fan about. It's Wes Ball, and he also made, the Maze Runner. Ooh, those are not good points. So I am interested in where this is going. I'm excited for another adventure in Ape World. Kung Fu Panda 4. That's it. Next question. Nah, just... The trailer was awesome. Kung Fu Panda 4. Didn't know I needed it until I saw that trailer, and that was awesome. I can't wait for another adventure in Kung Fu Panda world. Taking more of the animation style of Puss in Boots: The Lost Wish, but not exactly that. But also not exactly what it was before. So kind of being its own thing. Loved it. And I just hope we see the 5 more. Shifu, is that freaking bastard still alive? I don't know. I need to rewatch the first 3 movies. But hey, yeah. Kung Fu Panda 4. They brought back Tai Lung, the best movie villain ever. Of course you're gonna get me hooked. Terrifier was okay, but Terrifier 2 did something with me. It was so gory, it was so insane that even I thought like, Holy shit, are you okay, movie maker Damien Leone? Are you actually okay? So yeah, then the teaser came for Terrifier 3 with the Christmas vibes. And it's on the list. It made it. Come on, man. Jesus Christ. This franchise is so... It gets people talking in a lot of interesting ways. I mean, who could fathom this? What in the fuck was that bedroom scene in Terrifier 2? And this movie is going to be even more gory and even more crazy than Terrifier 2. So I'm not looking forward to this movie, I'm just scared at this point. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I'm a huge Sonic fan. And with the reveal of Shadow at the end of the second one, I was in awe. That movie was absolutely awesome. I really loved the second one. I really loved Golden Sonic and the Emeralds and stuff like that. I really loved Knuckles and Tails. And I really do hope in this movie they're gonna bring a lot more characters from that world. And if they don't do it in the third one and just keep Shadow, please expand this franchise. I want to see the entire Sega Sonic universe come to life in live action in this form of animation. Or yeah, animated CGI live action sidekick thing movie. I loved it. The redesign was great. They listened. They actually cared. I didn't know it was probably just a marketing stunt. It worked and you had me. And I am so excited for the third one. And it has a Christmas release date, for fuck's sake. Christmas. Time of the year for movies. The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim is a new Lord of the Rings movie. It's animated and it's anime, so that are a few things that get me hooked. So I don't know what to expect with this. I loved The Rings of Power, I loved The Hobbit, and I absolutely loved the original trilogy. Didn't love the original animations as much, but still, you get me hooked with an animated film on the War of the Rohirrim, or the battle, or the war that actually was about Helm's Deep. It has something to do with Helm's Deep. I am not that into the lore of Lord of the Rings, so maybe I need to get into that more. I just know the Battle of Helm's Deep. The second one we saw. The first one is the War of the Rohirrim, I thought. So that got me hooked. Absolutely insane. Absolutely looking forward to that one. Mufasa the Lion King. I don't know, but the idea is interesting. And I hope it has more emotion. I know the scores will be bad because people are just petty like that. Petty in a good way. But yeah, I don't know. This movie will have to do a lot to get people in the seats. And will have to do a lot to get people talking about it. And I will have to do a lot to get people talking about it in a good way. Because people will talk in a bad way specifically. So for them to make this movie good, it's gonna take a huge amount of work. And I trust they can do it. Saw 11. Don't know what to expect from that one. But I'm excited for Torture Porn. And I'm excited for John Kramer. And if it's from the same style as Saw 10, it's gonna be great. It comes out really fast. So they're going back to this year-to-year release schedule for Saw. That scares me because then they don't have a lot of time to get an actual good story in front of it. So yeah, a lot of things that are icky. Another movie that was not needed but was inevitable when the success of the other one came out. So yeah, Saw 11. I'm excited to see where it goes. Mickey 17. I know nothing about this. I know it stars Mark Ruffalo. I know it stars Robert Pattinson. I know it's directed by Bong Joon-ho, who directed Snowpiercer in 2013, and of course Parasite. You have me on that. Robert Pattinson and Bong Joon-ho. That's all I needed. This movie's on the list. I'm excited to see what this movie is about. A Quiet Place Day 1. We saw a little bit of that in A Quiet Place Part 2, but now we're gonna get a whole movie around it with none of the characters from the original two films, but a prequel to that, but also not tying into A Quiet Place Part 3, so something that is on its own. I'm excited. Give it to me. I will see how it is. I'm excited to see what I will see. Ballerina is a John Wick spin-off, and if this movie is just like the John Wick franchise, I'm all down for it. I mean, John Wick himself was going to make an appearance, I think, so that gets me hooked. And I know it's not going to be like the Continental, because that series just did not do it for me. That was boring. The John Wick franchise is not boring. And I'm excited. The Ballerina. Don't know a lot about it. Just know it has a lot of killing and probably satisfying. And Anna de Armas, of course. Alien Romulus is a streaming movie that comes to theaters because they think it's that good, or it was way too expensive, one of the two. I'm excited to see where it goes. The Alien franchise, it's a movie set between the first Alien and the second one, Aliens. So that gets me hooked. Why is this movie coming out right now? Is it a reignition of the franchise? We'll see. Maybe this movie is going to be good. I hope this movie is something like Prey was for the Predator franchise, because that would be great. And then I want another Alien vs. Predator film, please. Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire. I am not sold yet on this movie. I'm just excited to see where it goes and how over the top this one is going to become. That's all I can say about it, really, because that's all I have on this movie. The trailer was okay, was interesting. The fight scenes look nice. Why does King Kong have this mecha arm all of a sudden? And why was Godzilla running that way? Because that was interesting. It's not going to be Godzilla -1, but I do hope it's going to be as fun as Godzilla vs. Kong, because that one was quite fun. So yeah, Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire. For the last one, I had to look. Some of my honorable mentions were like Mickey's Mouse Trap or Gladiator 2, but I didn't see the first Gladiator, so I didn't feel right to include Gladiator 2. And it's not Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. So what movie is my last most anticipated movie of this year? It's the new Hellboy movie, Hellboy, A Crooked Man. There's a new Hellboy coming out this year. Did you know that? I did. I heard about it, but not a lot of people do. So yeah, there's a new Hellboy movie coming out, and it's not like the John Perlman and the original movies, and it's also not like the David Harbour version of that movie, because that stinks. That was bad, really bad. This movie is completely new. It's based upon the comics, and it goes back to the roots of Hellboy. So yeah, I'm going to give Hellboy another chance, and this one hopefully does it right this time. These were 20 of my most anticipated movies of 2024. Let me know in the comments down below what your list of anticipated movies is, because I'm really excited to get to know more of your list. What are the movies you are looking forward to this year? Please let me know in the comments down below. I'm really excited to hear your opinion. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.